Travis. Don't make fun of him. He's struggling.
Take all the time.
I know. That's just you, CJ. We just gotta accept it, man. It's just how you are, bro. It's how you show love.
Thanks, Travis. We'll miss you.
What did he say? He already started it?
Yeah, he said recording started. I'm gonna go lay down.
Okay. Copy.
Hello.
What's up, D?
Hey, what up?
Not that much. Ooh, God, that's freaking huge. I don't want that.
Man, I feel like it's been a whole day since I talked to you.
Crazy how that happened.
Like talk on the phone or just like texting?
No, we all met. Yeah, we all met up at Maggie's yesterday.
Cool.
Figured we needed to stop being strangers.
Yeah, I've been telling y'all that for a minute now.
We finally listened.
Well, I'm glad you listened. It took like what? How many years since I've been gone, motherfuckers?
Been hard headed for a lot longer.
Huh? I believe that. Oh man, fucking chest hurts.
Start that, Travis.
What about Travis?
Said your chest hurt. Don't you start that, Travis?
Oh my chest been hurting for a minute. I think I actually need to go to the doctor. I'm definitely not trying to have any problems. Um, How do I add a picture to the thingamajogger? Did you notice that they updated the stuff?
Good stuff.
Like they updated like Foundry and stuff on a couple things. So it's like I gotta like relearn certain things. Shit. Um, cause I super forgot how to put a picture into this damn thing. Just my luck, right? There we go. We're learning. Everybody's day going so pretty good so far.
Yeah. Been ripping and running all day, but it's been a good day.
Yeah, they didn't have you going to work today, did they?
No, I had to take my kids to school, and then I had to go get a birth certificate for Emory, and I went to the gym. I had to go run some errands for mom.
How's she doing?
She's doing a lot better. She's doing good.
Good.
And then I got sent on a food mission. Then I had to pick up the first daughter. Got home, ate, then had to go pick up the second daughter. And then had to load all the groceries from the wife shop. And then I just rushed down here to do this.
Nice. Like a long fucking day to me.
Ready for a nap.
Hey,
Or sleep, should I say. Be bedtime by the time I finish.
you do what you got to do, bro. You could have easily been like, "Yeah, I'm sick too," and called it a day.
I've been itching to play. The Tuesday group is on hold too, so I haven't played in like over like almost a month.
I feel like that's how it's been with us too for our Thursday one. Like, it's been off. Shit. Hopefully we can. Hopefully we can get back on. Like, I know, like we're gonna do the holiday one. I'm hoping Thursday, and then I'm pretty sure. I don't know about the 22nd or the 29th, but we'll all probably talk about it. I know one thing. I'm gonna be off for like, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm gonna be off for like 12 days. Starting the 22nd.
January through the 10th. So
Shit, I'm gonna try and take off some time in January. They, instead of giving us bonuses, they gave us like paid time off. So they want us to get it, like, take the time before like the 13th of January. So I'm gonna take like that second week of January off too. I wish they just let us keep it, because then I would have saved it for like our trip. D, is your computer working? Oh, he ain't even back yet. What's going on? CJ, are you keeping this schedule for a while? I can't hear you if you're talking.
yeah, I should be on the schedule for a while. Why?
Just curious. What's your next Mondays looking like? Like, you got any time off or anything? You doing anything?
I don't have nothing planned that I know of. Again, my next Monday that I know I'm doing something is going to be the 9th because I'll be out of town. We're going on a cruise. But other than that, I don't have nothing. But Jay could change that because when the girls are out of school. So we'll see.
Right.
Why you trying to plan something?
Well, I want to see if we're all still like gonna be good for the Mondays up until, I guess, your your cruise and stuff like that, or if we need to adjust.
Gotcha. As far as I know, I should be good.
I gotcha. Plus, I don't want to step on any wives' toes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them getting mad, being like, "Man, you play every Monday." Yeah,
It's the goal.
that's the point.
Like you eat every Monday. What's the difference?
This is sustenance. This is my fantasy sustenance here. Jeez.
And I got one doctor's appointment next Monday, but that's in the morning.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't have nothing else on my calendar. So
Just a bitch being an adult.
Very true.
Dimitri, we good or what?
Travis, edit that one out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. How do we sound to you?
What?
How do we sound for you?
You sound fine, but I don't have any music. That's what I've been dealing with. Is my inputs are weird.
Oh, it's not
Like-
loaded up for you?
It's on my end. It's not anything from it has to do with my headphones.
Okay. Okie dokie, artichokes. Everybody good?
Should be.
Cool. So, let me look this up. So, we'll do the intro. All right. Wild space. A beauty to behold, and perilous danger around every asteroid. A few days have come and gone after the escape of Galorian's impending doom. You have faced a new threat, gained new knowledge, and have found solace in questionable companionships. After a victory against the Astro Elves, life on the ship became dreary and forlorn. The captain calls to the crew and its passengers to behold the Great Galarian Barrier. The one thing that separates Galarian's wild space and the astral sea. The sight is mesmerizing. Whilst going through their duties as crew members, new creatures had appeared to give Sky and the crew a new dish to test their palate. Space guppies. A delectable dish indeed in the hands of number 3 and Topo. Seeing the barrier and tasting new cuisine has given the Moon Dance and her crew some hope and excitement of new things just beyond. The excitable episode brings some levity back to the sullen people, and smiles and laughter begin to spread. Soon some instruments find their way to the deck, and as the evening draws near, music and chatter bring a lively energy back. Dane attempts a magic show as best as he can. Steel, with a little tact, injures the wee sprite's ego, and the children of the ship reprimand Still as best as they can. After losing not one but 2 social encounters with Dane, he accepts his losses and goes to check on Xenia. Xenia, the new vigor and hope, shares that blessing with Steel and comforts his sprite, his spirit. Zamira draws the scene for remembrance, whether it be fondness or just for educational purpose. Regardless of what it is, she captures the scene and its essence perfectly. The night fades and most lay wherever they find comfort. As for our infamous heroes, they found comfort and shelter within the lower decks together. As sleep comes, memories of the past begin to come into clarity. The memories within the dream plays back almost perfectly until these dreams turn from past memories into new nightmares. And then the question comes to our heroes, is this real or am I still in a dream? So
Find out, but
we're gonna find out real soon. Can I get everybody to roll initiative for me?
This is using perception.
Yeah, it's for the majority of you, it's gonna be perception, but for you, Dane, since you actually succeeded on one of yours, you can actually use I think it was like arcane or occultism you can use for yours as well if you
I believe
want.
Jamera succeeded as well with the same thing.
I know you failed the first one, and then you
No, she was able to see through the dream as well.
so then you can use yours as well.
Think you got to bring up the tokens because it's not like letting me roll or select anything.
Can you not see your token in the lower deck?
I don't have anything on screen.
I don't show
Yes,
anything
it's
on screen.
Gray. Aha, there we are.
Well, what the hell? You guys should be like down here. Whoa, they even updated the ping. That's weird.
So much changed since we played last.
Yo, like when I was messing with it last week, I was messing with the monsters and stuff, and then like literally nothing was showing up. It was like random things were showing up, but I wasn't getting any stats. Nothing was popping up. Even for y'all, it's like I was getting blank character sheets.
Where's my dice from?
Oh, where's my dice? We are struggling tonight.
The module might not be loaded up since it updated.
I do
Yeah,
dig this music though.
It's not even on here. Thanks for saying that too, because I didn't even realize that they didn't keep any of my stuff.
We looked over here. Oh yes, it has memory start.
That and it's been running really slow. Even with me on it, it's been running slow, and I'm like connected to the landline.
It's been fine on my end. It wouldn't have put.
I guess it might just be my stuff. Y'all like the combat utility belt? Is that one of the things we usually do?
Yeah, because that gives you the drop down, so you don't have to have the character sheet open if you don't want to.
Gotcha. Sorry, I didn't know that it wasn't going to keep all our stuff in here. Otherwise, I would have updated it beforehand.
Oh,
Pretty quick. Truth.
All right, dice rolls back. Okay, cool. Everybody did their stuff for me. Perfect. Let's just start with Xenia. Music is good. Okay. So Xenia, last time you critically failed for yours, if I remember right.
I think I rolled on multiple things, and I don't know what the multiple things were for, but I definitely critically failed on one of them.
Like I know the will save was a crit fail, and I remember. So you hit the ground, and I remember it was starting to. It was you saw off in the distance your home temple or monastery or whatever it was. It completely obliterated. You fell from this tree. You're gasping for air. in this moment, like the sun is starting to darken. Like you're in, and while you're gasping for air, and you took some damage too. Like it's one of those things to where at first you were like, this isn't a memory. I could have sworn I was asleep, and then it was like, no, I'm in this situation. Why am I having deja vu? It's now starting to become, it feels more and more of a reality in the situation. And the moon is covering the sun slowly, but it's starting to darken. You look off to the side with a little bit of blood coming from your mouth, and you see off in the distance your temple is blazed with fire after it was hit with some form of energy. What do you want to do in this moment? Like, you're hurt, you're breathing. What's going through your mind?
I would probably see if I can like connect with Sarah and Ray at all. If I can like tap into that cleric feeling of, tapping into the goddess's energy and just see if that's even available.
Do it. Roll me religion. So like you kind of like roll over a little bit. You're starting to whisper the words of the dawn flower. The sun is it's getting covered more and more. It's starting to get a little bit darker. You start to whisper that prayer louder and louder in between, like trying to get a hold of your breath. What do you say to her?
If it's like the same, if I would be, because if this whole thing was like I was dreaming and you're kind of in that weird fog, I think it would be more like not necessarily to the goddess, but just like anything, the equivalent of a Hail Mary that you just kind of know and are like, okay, this has power and this will help me tap into that and figure out, am I dreaming? And if I'm dreaming, hopefully it'll pull me back to reality and wake me up. If it's not a dream, like, am I still in the same universe? Like trying to really just make sense of it, but not enough to be like, Sarah, how are you? Just like trying to do whatever your Sunday school would have taught you, going back that remote.
Yeah, so you're calling out to her. You're starting to feel the warmth on your back actually start to leave a little bit more the more that the moon is going in front of the sun. Um, you you hear something called back, and it's raspy a little bit, and it's like, I can't feel it. It's starting to get too cold. Where are you, my child? I can't see you, my light. And you've heard this voice before. And it sounds like Saren Ray, but it sounds way too weak. And then she comes back again and she says, I can't see any of my lights. Why is it so cold? What is happening? What did you do? Roll me a will save.
I'm terrible at these.
You kind of feel like when you're talking, like an icier grip like clutches into your heart a little bit, especially after you that reprimand. Like, what did you do? It kind of like recoils you a little bit. Um, the chilling feeling, the darkening of the sun, it completely, like, now you're in this void of color space. The sun is completely covered. You can hear Saren Ray weeping in the back of your mind and almost like in your spirit in a way. She's afraid. She's afraid of the dark. She's afraid that she's no longer warm and that her lights are diminishing. And you're starting to feel that same thing. Then we head over to Dane. Dane, you were in a situation where like you saw all these children and people that you were supposed to help. These are the ones that died during the escape of the planet. These were the ones that perished when the astral elves were trying to commandeer and take the ship and gain slaves. These were the fallen ones, and they look like the living dead. The blade marks are oozing with the blood that came from them. Parts of the ballistae are, some of them are walking with that ballistae heading towards you. Some of them are already grasping at your wings, pulling you down to the ship. What do you do in this moment?
Focus my mind. I close my eyes and I reach past the magic into the unknown. And I rely on my knowledge of the far beyond. And I try to reach into that to pull me out.
Perfect. Roll me a will save. Oh. You're right there. It's like, you know how you get that fuzzy look, like right when you're waking up and it's kind of fuzzy and you're trying to, that focused look, that unfocused look, you kind of get that for a hot second, and then you feel like something like grab your wings and pull you back in within the dream. You're so close. You hear like the ethereal voices of these children and these other adults crying out to you, "You didn't save us. You, with that powerful mind, failed us." What are you doing?
Can I roll a cultism check to see if I can add any more information to the Arcana check I had already rolled to not necessarily break free, but see maybe another way out?
Yes. It's weird, like when you, the first thing you're looking for is like the essence of whatever this is. You know that it's a dream, but you know that it's powered by with something else. Something dark, sinister, this weird arcane force. And it's like you're tracing the lines within the dream. You're tracing the lines within the creatures that are coming to you, pulling you down. Your will was strong enough to make you realize what this was, but your supreme intelligence of the occult and the arcane, it's like you just let it happen. You probably accepted that, yeah, I did the best I could in that moment. I saved who I could save. You were just one of the ones that were lost. And that's not my fault for it. You did everything you could, but you still kind of like accepted, I guess, the negative energy from this and then replaced it with something else. Your occultism replaced it with just, I guess, in a way, like kind of like a love or hope that you'll learn from this mistake and you'll get stronger. You'll find ways to be more active. You'll find ways to be more prepared for a certain situation. And with that, when they all try and pull you down, you notice when you open your eyes in a way, They're not gaunt and evil looking. They're not undead. There's no gash wounds. A light starts to glow. They start to cry. And some of them just, they hold you in high regard. And quite a few of the children said, "You did your best. You were amazing for the ones that you could save. And you were amazing even for us, the ones that you couldn't. You are
Death,
Dane." And like,
death may have had you, but you are free now.
and with that, it's like fast, like something like disconnects from your body, and you immediately wake up. And where you wake up, you see these two things, like it's like they're hovering over you and your friends, and they're like siphoning the energy. And they both notice, like only one of them notices you at that moment. It was the one that was siphoning from you, and it shrills back. And it's like body and tendrils start to wiggle. And then we go to Jamira and Steel. Jamira, last that you know, like these two specters were like trying to rip. Oh, I lost his name.
Rashid.
Rashid, thank you. Like I literally had a brain fart. Like one of the specters is holding Rashid by the wings in its raven form, while the other one, it has its arms trying to rip it out. And you were calling out to Rashid, and I know that moment, like you tried to command him, wasn't it? And that one failed. I might be thinking of that one.
Yeah, that's what failed. Because
Right.
she learned she was in the dream, but then kind of went along with its logic. So now she would be like, "Oh, that's actually kind of dumb," and she would just attempt to dispel the magic currently affecting her.
Go for it.
I gotta pull my sheet back up. Sorry. I had it open and then I closed it.
You're good.
So yeah, she is casting Dispel Magic, trying to counteract whatever is affecting her. So you gotta tell me, I guess, what I need to roll then.
Oh, I thought I had to counteract it. Nope, you have to counteract it. My
Okay,
bad.
I guess I just had to roll it. I didn't know if I had to roll anything specific. But I guess that's the roll. 26.
Oh, that did I roll that or did you roll that? You rolled that. Yeah, dude, like you something in your mind clicks and you're like, no, this isn't real. Something I'm way too, I don't know, like your ego is getting in the way. Like how does it look when like you realize that this is false. This illusion is false to you.
Like like she didn't know, but she like still went with that logic. But then once Rashid like wasn't like following her commands or like was caught up in the race power, it kind of snapped her back to like, no, they're not able to do that. And so then she would I don't know if Zakaria would be in her dream or not, but she would basically just kind of raise her hand and like her entire form would kind of become shadow with just like these glowing eyes.
Mhm.
And then she would just kind of tell the race, she's like, "Begone, worms," and just undo the magic that is affecting her.
Because you and Steel were in the part of the same connection, like specifically the same dream, when you dispelled yours, it dispelled Steel's.
Nice.
So like it not it, like wakes him up completely. Like when you wake up, you see this thing hovering over you, dangerously close to your face while siphoning like this essence from you. You already noticed that it took enough of your energy before when you actually took physical damage, all of you. And same thing, it like reels back and shrills and it wiggles its tendrils. I realized I went out of order and I'm sorry, but I still got to everybody.
It's all good.
But we're at the top of the round. So it's now getting nasty. This thing specifically does not like you, Dane. It realized what you did to it, and you took away its meal, basically. So it is going to try and grab you. Yeah, it's gonna try and whip out its tentacle while and then like, ooh shit. Starting off early. I rolled a crit. 33. Can y'all see my rolls? Are they public?
Yes.
Yeah.
Copy that. All right. So it whips out. Holy piss. Takes 32 damage. Why is that?
No idea.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I didn't. What did you say?
I had 32 hit points left, so crit me. I just double damaged, and that's what it was.
Oh, I already rolled the crit damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
30 was the crit damage.
30 was the crit damage. You're fine.
Gotcha. So back at 2.
All right. And with that, while he has you grabbed, it is going to horribly try and leave. It like tries to move around with you, Dane, while it's pulling you. But it's trying to leave with an appetizer. Xenia, you see this, like it like wraps its tentacle around Dane, shrills and like tries to like fly by you, um, along with Dane. Does anybody want to run steel for me?
Sure, I'll run them.
He should have a hero point. Um, damn it, Travis, for being sick. Oh, we're in Xenia's brain. Xenia, back to your brain.
Okay, let's get back in my brain.
Right. Let's back into the brain. You're clutching this. You're not a rosary. Your
Divine symbol.
your divine symbol, your holy symbol. Thank you. um. Again, like you're hearing the whispers of Saren Ray. What do you want to do in this moment? Do you want to reach out to her? Do you want to keep trying to talk to her? Do you want to? What's going through your mind at the moment to try and to figure out this situation? Do you want to run back to your temple?
I think I would try to cast, if I can, sanctuary on myself. The logic being, like, you already said she kind of reprimanded me, like she's scared, and that doesn't feel like Saren Ray. So I'm still confused as fuck, but I'm like, what the frick is going on? So I think I would like try and cast this on myself so that hopefully I can still keep that connection with my goddess. And if I'm being like going to be attacked, like the sun is getting eat up, like who knows what's happening, I would hope that that would protect me a little bit while again trying to maintain that connection with the goddess.
Weird, because it's like when you cast a spell, you usually get this feeling from an outside source, but for some weird reason, you're getting it more from your own body, your own like like you know how like the Chinese have the like chi and everything. Like you're feeling it from your
Within.
chi, and it like pulsates out in a way. Zamira and Steel and even Dane, like you actually see this while Xenia is like laying on the ground. You see like this energy pulsate out from her, and this warmth starts to emanate from her. Like you're doing this while kneeling, and then you stand up a little bit more vigor comes into your body. Like you still have other things you can do. Like you can like something is off. Like your connection with whatever that was that reprimanded you is false, and you can feel that. How do you want to proceed?
I'm pondering. So tell me again, because I'm still in my dream. I'm not seeing anything I can actually attack. It's more just having this oppressive feeling of like something is wrong. That's not Saren Ray that's talking to me, but I can't figure out exactly what is going on that's making it wrong.
Correct.
Okay. Then I probably would run for the temple next to see if I can get to the true Saren Ray and see if that changes anything.
Yeah, you start hauling hauling ass. You when you get to the temple, at least and you break through the doors, and then you come into the courtyard, you see this like this flame that emanates from these crystalline vines.
Uh,
And then you see right in the middle where I guess this in the courtyard, this sanctuary that holds the divine statue of Saren Ray, you notice that these vines are slowly creeping up the feet of her statue. And in her eyes are weeping. And it's not blood, but it is ichor, and it's like weeping down. And it's kind of a weird situation. Like usually like she's in this perfect white statue color, but you start to notice that there's like cracks coming from where the crystalline vine, it's starting to go up, and from that a darkening color is starting to rise. You can feel this hateful energy coming from it, and at the same time, even though you feel the warmth on you, you feel like something is eating at you almost in a way, or you did for a moment.
hmm.
What do you want to do?
How much am I following the rules of I get 3 actions?
This is free for all. We're playing.
Okay. Okay. Then I would probably attempt this bad boy at the crystalline vine that's wrapping around Saren Ray. Try and utilize the goddess's own energy to deflect this negativity, if possible.
Oh, roll me a religion check too. because I like where your head's at before you roll the attack.
Yep.
So I like it. Roll the attack with advantage or fortune, I guess. So roll twice, get the better of it. Oh, I thought that was about to be a crit.
I know.
Nice.
What are the dice?
Oh
Roll
boy.
it just to see if it. Nah, we'll take the first one.
Yeah,
Take the
25 is
25.
good. Roll me that damage.
There we
Solid damage.
go. We go.
Like the divine, it's weird. Like you're casting this prayer, and you're calling to the divine, you're calling to Saren Ray, and this lance hits down right there on the statue of Saren Ray, where the cracks were coming up. Your energy is pulsating and like mending it back and pushing the vines away from it. There's still some left, and you start to notice that the vines around you are starting to move towards you. Make a will save for me. This one's gonna be easier. Oh, shit.
Finally.
Yeah. Right. Um something in you clicks. You're like, no, this can't be real. Saren Ray is not this weak. I'm not this weak. I am the light. I am her light. And then you start to, like, everything starts to kind of like not fade, but like it goes from this gray scale and it starts to get like kind of like watercolors start to move and start to fade. But then from you, like this energy starts to pulse from your own body, and then you hear it again, but this time with that true feeling of your goddess. Ah, there you are. You were clouded from me. Keep pushing. Get through the veil. Your friends need you. And with that, like that love from her, you push through, and then you see this thing hovering over you, drooling, its tentacles like licking your face and your sides. And with that, we'll go to Steel because you did a lot.
Having a moment.
We're having a moment.
So I didn't want to interrupt during that, but Steel could have done the Glimpse of Redemption for Dane.
Cool.
And I'll just pop it up again in case. But he could have either made it the ally unharmed or the other thing.
Oh, enfeebled. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the enfeebled thing, but he is definitely still gonna try and run away.
Okay. So I think that would give so Dane would have taken what, 5 less damage? No, 7.
No, I think the foe has to choose one. So
Yeah, like the
oh,
enfeebled part.
I see. Yeah. So actually, Dane still would be with me, but he does take.
So you get 7 hit points back, Dane, if you're choosing that option, Mo.
Yeah, I wanna add some. I wanna make it a little scary for you guys. Cool. So that was his glimpse of redemption. That was his reaction. What would Steel do in this situation?
It's a good question. I've been looking over a sheet and I have no idea how to play his character.
He mostly focuses on his spells and he's got a lot of good ones. He also is a kind of like a secondary healer in a way.
That he is.
This Unleashed Psyche is pretty nasty. but it does affect him if he's trying to do his spells.
So I think he would move for you can't release someone from a grabbed condition, that's right.
Depends on the person. Like we can play with that. That's one of the things. Like you can force this creature to drop him.
I feel like that's what he would try to do. Like he would try to get this creature to stop holding Dane. Um, I think he would, because yeah, he's actually not like like a super strong dude. He would do it with his mind, I guess.
Yeah, he would. I feel like Dane is also a good crowd control person too.
So I think he'd get about there, and then he would.
Oh God! With his fake deep Batman voice.
Well, you know what? We'll just go with the phase bolt for the moment, because I don't want to hold it up too much.
Copy. You're going after this. These things are called fear too. Just so y'all know, it's crazy.
So he makes a ranged spell attack. All right.
That's a hit.
Success. 1d4 plus spell casting. All right. All right. I thought pops it for 10. Stop where you are.
I love the commitment.
Right. Definitely digging it. I'm gonna have to take those down. This shit is nasty. All right. 2 actions. So then it is the next one's turn. Oh, Xenia. Xenia. It's gonna try and bite you while you're on the ground. First one's for you. Second one's gonna be for Steel.
What you call it? Sanctuary carryover?
Oh yeah, Sanctuary is still in effect. And then so Sanctuary is what? Like I have to roll again, or is it disadvantage?
You have to attempt a will save each time you attack me.
Perfect. I like it. And then your DC is what for me?
Fuck if I know. What's the answer to that?
Should be in your spell DC. I rolled a 23.
Probably a 21. I imagine it's maxed out.
I would guess the same. So you succeed, but not critically. So let's see what happens.
So I still hit.
Yeah.
So damage. It's not bad. And then here's the fun stuff. Each creature within 10 feet of the fear that can see it must succeed a DC 20 will save or be frightened 1. And I do have you grabbed now. Did that for Steel? Did that second one, that 23 hit Steel?
Yes. Unless he, because he couldn't be sleeping in his armor, I guess.
So for Steel takes some heat. What the hell?
The tank engine here.
For real. So then everybody in 10 feet, which I guess would be what? Rashid, Xenia, Steel, Dane. Make me a will save.
If it's a mental effect, it wouldn't affect Rashid.
Nice. Xenia is covered. You are not feared.
You mind? I already wrote it.
Oh, is that the 13?
Yep.
Copy. And then I just need steals. Will save.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
There we go. Jesus.
There we go.
Nice.
Nice. So regardless, like it with its like after it bites, it like wraps you in its tentacles, Xenia. Then it bites steel, does the same thing. And it's gonna try and
Assuming I was right, right?
yes. And it's basically working its way to the thing. So that's its last movement. Jamira, it is on you.
Alright, so Jamira is going to two
Your
action
homies
heal.
are being jacked.
Jamira is going to two action heal Dane. Um,
Oh, they updated it a lot. You see that?
mm-hmm.
That's cool.
That's been there since the last update.
Oh man, I ain't messed with it then.
So Dane, you get 26,
Hey,
and then she will just yell, "Rashid, go!" And Rashid will move up. Actually, he will move on his own because he has the whatchamacallit,
yep.
I believe, at this point. So he can just move by himself. He can
But he'll still
fly 30 feet. Gonna fly here, and then she will give him an action, and he will strike with his beak.
go for it. Plus flat-footed and enfeebled. So actually, hold on. Let me change some things up because that might be a crit. I gotta get used to the. There it is. Woohoo! All right. Oh yeah, that's a crit. Let's
Hey,
go.
we'll make it happen, Rashid. Oh, jeez.
Nice. Was that the crit? Yeah, that was crit damage.
That's crit damage. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man! Like Rashid hits it right in the soft spot, and it just all of its mouths and orifices like open up and shrill, and its tendrils start wiggling a little bit.
Sick. And that's Jamira's turn.
Oh, I hate that Rashid only had like one hit. Dang, you get this vigorating heal spell from Jamira. What are you doing?
Going to focus that power into anger.
I like it.
Going to use spell strike on the one that's grabbing me.
Oh, actually, I know this is unorthodox, but I'm gonna actually see if I can hold the grapple after getting hit so hard with that crit.
Mhm.
I'm gonna see if I can hold on to you. And what is that? Is it fortitude or reflex? We'll see.
Don't know.
24. I'm pretty sure that still beats either or, right?
For what?
For Dane to hold on to Dane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost. Just trying to help you out. Yeah, you're still
It's all good.
And I am going to spell strike, so I'll attack with the bow. Of course, I don't do anything, so I'm just going to use my hero point now and re-roll that.
hope for the best.
Hope for the best.
Time to do it. There you go.
That's a crit, boss.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
What spell were you like infusing it with? Because I know you said he pissed you off.
Set in both second level, not third level.
Here we go.
So I guess I'll cast that, but roll crit damage for this one.
Give me that damage for the sudden bolt.
Ooh,
Double that.
hell yeah.
What's it look like?
Nice.
It's kind of like as the healing energy hits me, you see my bow charge at the same time. And as it subsides from my body, it's like the energy just completely flows to the bow and the arrow releases directly into him. So it kind of, I picture it as going from like a bright yellow when it's in me to turn into like a dark blue as it transfers out into the bow and hits him.
Mm,
Nice.
dang. And you can smell whatever this thing is after it's cooking with that lightning, that electrical energy just cauterizes and goes straight through. Oof. Yeah, and like it slumps its tentacle off of your body. You're not grabbed, but you are like prone on the ground. And it is Xenia's turn. You are currently grabbed.
Can I use my lax action to stand up?
You can.
I will do so.
I gotta put the grabbed condition on me first.
Does fear go away after this turn, or how does that work?
Fear after it decreases every round. So
So
if you're at fear 1, you should be you're good.
okay. Nice.
So Xenia, this thing's got you like wrapped up in its clutches. It's trying to take you outside. It's trying to get here to go up and leave. What you got?
I would like to try not go outside.
Feel that?
I would like to cast this spell, which will hopefully heal me, heal Steel, and damage this thing. That's the goal.
Save
That's a
enemies
cool spell.
with a basic reflex save. Let's see what we got. I'm pretty reflexive.
That's really disappointing. I'm gonna need you not roll so good when I'm doing
sorry.
cool things.
You still got to heal people.
Well, it still takes half damage.
Yeah, still takes half damage.
Take those 3 damages, sir.
I will. Ah! It's like slightly burning a little bit. Like wherever
smells
it's
crispy.
touching you, that's where it's like it's getting hot and it shakes you a little bit. You
That
still
could've
got
been
one more action, right?
It's so much cooler. Yes, I do. So
You can try and
hopefully,
break the grapple.
I don't
Don't
know
forget
if I'm
to-
that strong. I think I'm just gonna cast guidance on Steel and hope that he figures it out.
Don't forget to roll the D4 healing.
Oh yes, yes.
Oh,
Actually, is it supposed to be at level 3?
Yes, 3.
yeah, she rolled it that way, so it should be 3d4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, those are for the heals. Slightly better heals.
Hell yeah.
And we're gonna cast, like I said, I don't think I'm very strong. So we're just gonna cast guidance on Steel. Steel! Break this guy!
You restore to occupies in the
Okay.
area. 15-foot cone. So doesn't 15-foot cone? Nope, that's not what I wanted. Just curious as to what that cone looks like.
Right. If Dane's in it, he gets
Oh.
healed too.
Yeah, Dane's in it. Dane, you get some health back too, boss.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to cheat you.
Shaded.
Yep. Cool. Got the guidance, got the juice. Steel, what's Steel gonna do?
And Steel's gonna unleash the inner radiance torrent
Ooh,
upon the creature.
his favorite.
So let's see here. Just gonna put it on the chat real quick.
Thank you, sir.
So let me see.
I'm rolling pretty good with this guy's saves, mind you.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
So just the actions just change the line or the distance. Is that all it does?
Or it increases it, yeah, and then
Oh, but if you use 3, you can avoid finishing the spell.
right,
And you can
so then
empower it
you can
next
use
turn.
it again next turn.
Well, let's do that. So I know it made the save. We'll do the damage, I think. Oops, that didn't do it.
Yeah, it'll do the damage. I'm sorry,
Oh, there we go.
I'm reading shit.
And then and he's doing the 3 action, so he will hold on to that for next round.
Okay, and so I take half damage from that. Halvesies. All right. So within its clutches, passive. Okay. So I'm gonna do this for both of y'all. For both Xenia. So because you guys, those two are wrapped in his tentacles, I'm gonna need DC Fortitude saves. What's crazy is that this is passive. Success. Oh, you guys are rolling hot.
For a second.
I like it.
For the moment.
Hey, no.
Hey, I like it. Regardless, it's gonna move once. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, is my stuff not working? Uh-oh. All
It's
right.
weird on my screen.
Did I?
So you
Mhm.
definitely moved.
Like I'll move Steel over here to see as well. Oh, maybe not.
Still moved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
I was moving him around, but yeah, no, the little teleporter
I'm gonna
action
have to
wasn't working.
update that too. All right. Guys get here, and it's definitely gonna do one fang attack for Steel, one fang attack for Xenia. So Steel's first, Xenia second.
The 20 hits, I believe.
Yep.
Damage. Get the fuck out of here. I rolled 2 1s for each.
Does 20 really hit still?
He's
He
not
doesn't
wearing
have any.
armor.
Yeah, he doesn't have his armor on.
Oh, shit.
Alrighty. Jameda, you see this thing, pull your people out, and you start to hear the screams from commoners when this thing is shrilling.
So Rashid is going to use his action to follow.
I got you.
For sure. I was just looking at Jameera's actual run speed. Okay. And all she can really do is just follow. So her run speed would get her just up to the top of the stairs. 2 actions would get her to the top of the stairs. And then she'll give her remaining action to Rashid. So just say Rashid once more to attack.
Go for it.
Not quite as good.
It's not going to cut it much.
I'll use a hero point for that one.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
That's gonna hit.
That's a lot better. Okay. Damage. So 9 damage.
I like it.
Uh,
Oh.
dang, can't use this for support benefit. That's her turn.
Oh, dang. They're hauling ass, bro. What you got? What's your movement speed? I can't hear you.
It is 20. You hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. So 15, 20. 20 will get you to the bottom. You got a 2 action to get up to the top. I'll put you up here.
And then
You're cutting in and out, boss. Can y'all hear him?
No.
can you hear me?
No,
Yeah.
you can.
Okay.
Make the shot. Jesus. That's your crit roll?
Yes, sir.
The target is immobilized and must spend an interact action to attempt DC 10 athletics. God, dog. All right. Immobilized. And it definitely drops everybody if it's immobilized. Cool. I like where your head's at, sir. That was all your actions, so it is Xenia's turn. Xenia, you got some slack now. The tentacles kind of like loosen up on you. You're no longer grabbed. This thing is like, I don't know, frozen in fear. And just so you know, Duke is now here as well, or number 1, I'm sorry. Kind of like pushed him. Let me move him so you can see him.
Would I just roll to put him on the board, or how would I? How are we?
You can, yes,
doing
sir.
that?
Yeah, like the fear like came up, like kind of like bum rushed him from the back and pushed him a little bit, so you can put him into turn order. I just now saw him.
Okay. No. I didn't know how we were using them.
Yeah, the commoners are starting to shrill and they're gonna basically try and move. Cool beans.
I think she would. Oops, hit the wrong button. Attempt to produce flame on
Copy.
this thing. Gross thing. But bam!
Oh, there we
Finally.
go.
Come on, here we go. Bomber.
Distant fire damage.
Ooh, the target is deafened until healed. That is not your crit roll.
That
I don't think spells have
Do
crit
it.
roll. Like you just double damage on them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's feeling hurt. It's blood is starting to come out. It's starting like it's almost like a balloon. It's starting to sink a little bit towards the deck. It's feeling some hate.
last move would be to just cast shield on myself. I've gotten thrown around a lot in the last few minutes. I don't want to do it again.
Gotcha. Steel's turn.
All right. So Steel is going to continue. So yeah, he's going to spend another 3 actions to empower the spell. So it just needs to make that reflex save. It's got too damn good reflex though.
I do.
So it makes it. So get the increase in damage, but it takes half for that.
I'm assuming that you're doing this the spell straight, like this way.
Say
To
again.
go. You're doing the spell to go like straight in between these commoners and people.
Oh, okay. Yes, sorry. So yeah, it takes half of that 25.
What's it look like?
And so it steals he's let free, and he was just keeping that eye laser on him the whole time, and so then it just pours more energy into it, and it bursts through off into the actual cabin before he like hurriedly lets it off so he doesn't burn the ship down.
Yo, uh, what's going on? So this thing like comes to a screeching halt. There's like obviously like some psionic divine energy just cackling from its corpse. You see the commoners and stuff are, some of them are like shrilling because of the just the fear that's going across and seeing this thing. Number one, he's like, mighty good job, mate. What is this beast? And he like kind of like kicks it. Quite a few of the kids like start running away from it.
And Jamira will step forward and just say, "Stand back, all of you. Get away from this thing for the moment."
And they all listen. They're definitely starting to move into different spots. They
Jamira's going to check out the corpse and try to see if she can remember or know anything about this, or at least just study what she can about it at the moment. Like
Gotcha.
what can she gain from like just its corpse?
We in turn order still, or can I aid him with that?
No, we're out of turn order, and you can't aid. Yeah.
Um,
Because in that moment, like the captain comes running down. She's like, "Bloody hell! How did this thing get in here?"
are you aware of what this is, Captain?
It's almost like it's a foul beast. I know that, and it feeds on dreams and nightmares.
What should I roll for a knowledge check on that?
It will be an occultism check.
Cultism. Okay.
Yes.
Oof. Oh man, both of us. Both are 15. Yeah, dang it.
No, y'all are fine. Y'all beat the thing. Yeah,
Okay.
you like your chittering like book starts to start talk to you, and it opens up, and it actually like with the ink, it starts to create like a thing, and it shows the picture of this fear. I wonder.
That we beat the DC.
Yeah,
They're sometimes
Wow.
not that big. Sometimes they're like at 10 or 11.
I'm like, I would have had to roll a one to fail it. I wrote a two.
yeah. Right now I'm going based. I forgot what it was, but I'm going based off of the creature's level, and then I'm just putting 10 on it for right now.
For sure.
I'm pretty sure that's not it. Because if we're really going off of it, I would have went off of its spells, and its spell DC is 20. I'm pretty sure that's close. It would have been like 19 or whatever, but that's fine. But anyways, your grimoire actually tells you about the fear, and that this tentacled horror feeds quietly on strong emotions. So it was mostly feeding on like at first the feel good emotions that you guys were emanating, and then it started to twist it and then feed on your own fear.
Hmm.
Um, it prefers to devour the nightmares of other creatures while they sleep, and then fears shun bright light. So like every time that radiant torrent, it scared them, and like the fire, it scared them. So it was definitely trying to take y'all and eat y'all out into its habitat.
Right. Try to take us off the ship.
take you off the ship and then just let you float for a bit. They all float out here, Georgie.
Right. um, with that role, would there be any like would there be anything like useful in terms of like taking it apart, like any useful parts from it that we could use, or should we just dump it off of the ship as soon as possible?
Honestly, with that role, nothing really comes to mind. And even the captain just comes and she's like, you can't really eat them. They'll make you sick. Either best thing to do is burn them or just chuck them. They're not worth the time.
Sounds like a plan. We should get rid of these.
Oh, right away, Mom. I'm gonna go get the other two. We'll take care of this. You look pretty beat up. All right.
I'm quite fine. I was not touched at all, to be quite honest. But thank you for your concern and the same.
Of course. Once we chuck them, would you want any tea or anything like that? I can have number 3 whip something up for you.
No need to worry about it. We all need to get back to sleep. We all need rest.
Of course. And yeah, they, your followers definitely take care of business. The captain, she's like, that's kind of weird. They usually travel by themselves. Must be some pickings out here, or they were mating.
Do you think
Well,
perhaps maybe someone had pushed them in our direction? Do you think that kind of thing could happen?
You saying that we killed alien babies?
Nope, these were right adults here. They were quite big. Babies would be more like she like holds up her hands, kind of like in the shape of a basketball.
Yeah, but wouldn't one of these be the mother? Could they have been carrying?
You want to check them?
No, I've had enough nightmares.
Right. Me as well. And I'm pretty sure all these people here, there are like some like eyes poking out of the door. I'm pretty sure they don't want to see you open up an aberration like this. Best thing to do is to chuck them. Plenty of asteroids and things that you can do. Yeah, with quite a few of some of the Hadozi, they help as well. Some of them start cleaning up like the blood and things, whatever was left.
Right.
Um,
Well, at least we got out of this one relatively unscathed.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Steel is feeling it. I know Xenia is feeling it.
Yeah. Because Mira's like, we need to go back to sleep. Zinga's like, not sure about that.
Yeah, like that's one of those things. Like, is that obviously Jamida is like, well, this is perfect. I can go right back to sleep. No, nothing bothered me. Wasn't even a real nightmare kind of scenario.
Yeah, she's definitely like, well, I won't keep anyone up any longer. I'm going back to sleep. She will go back downstairs. I think Steel would lay on hands on himself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. If you guys take your rest, get as comfortable as you can. If you want to do some healing beforehand to like truly get that full body heal for like flavor, that's completely fine.
For sure.
Is anybody like expert in medicine or anything?
I would hope.
Jamira definitely is not.
Expert in medicine?
Or just trained in medicine?
I'm an expert. I had to go find my stats, but I am.
I bet I could use some healing.
Steel is trained. But yeah, I think you'd say we could just kind of do what we normally do.
Yeah.
Heal up. Jamira will get herself patched up and go on to sleep.
I would probably have to do some meditation before I was able to go on to sleep, but that's the goal, so we can get our spell slots back and our health back.
We doing just heal up to full or what?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead and heal up to full. Maggie, I'm gonna put you on the spot. You give me a prayer, I'll give you a hero point.
Do you want it to be like a prayer from the heart, or like
Yes.
a prayer from the heart?
Like a prayer from the heart to Sarah and Ray. Like you go into actually now you're like, I'm going into my quarters.
Yes, I'm in my room with my
Right.
little altar in my space. I sit down with my pretty little artifact that I drew for y'all many moons ago at this point. And I would just say, like, Saren Ray, please hear my words. Please calm my heart. I feel as though even though I knew eventually that those words were not you, it took me longer than I would have liked to know. So please help me to continue moving forward. Being out here on this strange astral plane has caused me to question many things that I thought I knew wholeheartedly. Please help me continue to shine my light and be an ambassador for you, and not to let myself dwell in the darkness that I see all around.
Oh yeah.
Take the hero point, but roll me a religion check. So right when you say darkness, your reliquary like actually kind of like energizes in a way. You start to feel like the heat come from it. It actually lights up. This isn't your magic. It lights up and it's golden and it's warm and it's peaceful. And with that, it literally puts you to sleep. Like your body completely heals when you wake up in the morning. And I mean, like it's one of those wake ups to where, you know, it's like, even though it's sudden, you just feel completely rejuvenated. Like you're automatically awake, your mind is sharp. You're like, I'm hungry. So that's the first thing that pops in your mind right now is I'm hungry. And it's like you can smell the food being cooked. Like Topo and number 3 are already working on something. It's got that yesterday's like space guppy smell, but there's like something else to it. It's like a sweet aroma. I'm just gonna say it's like teriyaki for funsies. Um, but then there's like that spice and herb undertone, and it's like in the cartoons where like the smell hits your nose, it like lifts you up, and then you just start floating towards it. Kind of cartoon. Your body is just light, and you're moving towards it. Everybody sees you, and like honestly, people like look at you in reverence in a way. You have this glow back. You're not in fear of something. During that night, you actually did have dreams. You can't remember all of it, but you remember enough to where she told you that the connection between us may weaken, but it's not because of your faith, and it's not because of my strength. It is because of the barrier of this wild space. But through you, you are the vessel. You are an extension of my light, my flame. Continue to be such. And do not worry about trivial things of friends who deal with the necromantic ways. I understand. There are bigger things to worry about. There is something far more evil out there that tries to take from my light, and you must find it. But do not worry, my child. You will be a blessing to all those. Speak the name of Saren Ray. Speak your name. Let your light shine. I am proud of you. Be at peace and sleep. And then almost immediately after that, that's when you woke up. And you, like I said, you're
Hungry. I feel so
hungry.
good.
You're hungry. You feel good. You're like, whatever the hell happened last night, that was in behind me kind of scenario. And you're heading towards the food. Dane, like what's your morning looking like? Like you healed up pretty well. Like when you slept, like you didn't dream of anything, but for some odd reason, when you woke up, you got like like a little stiff wing, but you're like, I'm good, I'm good. Like what's your morning looking like right now?
So Dane actually went to sleep, prepared to battle again. Um, so as he did not get the mental fight that he was looking for, he's gonna wake up, get some tea, and hit the books and just have a relaxing morning and meditate on the knowledge in the area around him.
Oh, nice. Where are you posted up?
Oh, on the bottom of the ship, of course.
Oh, you're staying. Okay, cool.
Not under the ship, like under the ship. Like
Oh, you're on.
he's using that gravity thing. He's
Yeah,
gonna take this full experience in, and
I like it. Like he grabs like his a small Sprite fold out chair, and you're like, perfect. Just sitting there. It's clean. You already
right.
know like quite a few of the commoners is already down there. They scrubbed it for all the space barnacle and whatnot. So yeah, you're sipping tea, you're looking out. Asteroids are hitting, but you're still in this like Aurora Borealis kind of barrier. It's got kind of like a cooling feeling to you, but it's not like oppressive cold. It's just like, it's a nice breeze kind of thing.
This
You got your
is
warm
amazing.
tea. What specifically would Dane be reading right now to like calm his nerves, but to like keep him intellectually like intact in a way?
Well, he's pretty much an astrology major, so he's probably going to be diving into some of that, but probably a little bit more to the occult side of astrology. So he's probably reading into some of the monsters or different things that may be out there.
Oh yeah. Um, Give me if you have the lore for astrology, or if you want to do the occult like version of it. Roll me.
I have a lore for astrology, and I'm an
I love
expert.
it. I love it. Roll it for me.
Super duper sick.
I hate that wasn't high enough for you.
Me too. Me too. I wish I could have hero pointed.
Like part of me was like, oh, plus 13, we're gonna get some good numbers here.
I
Yeah,
wrote
man,
it to 3.
you're honestly, it's one of those things. Like even with that, you're like, oh, I seen this when we were flying by it. Oh, I saw the sun. I saw this star system before we hit the asteroids. I saw. Oh, I can kind of. You're like trying to pinpoint exactly where this rock of brawl is based off of like the trajectory of where you're going. You're like, it's got to be somewhere over here in this constellation of stars. Blah blah blah. And, you're having a good morning. Sipping your tea and getting into it. Zamira, what would you be doing?
I think Jamira would have spent the morning. She would have, because there's not like a washing area on the ship, is there? There's nowhere to like really clean yourself.
I want to say there is, and it's right up here towards the top part.
Okay. Well, in any case, she just would have had one of the minions, bring whatever like cleaning supplies were there down to the cabin, after Dane left. And then she just would have washed herself and then used like prestidigitation to like tidy up her clothing so it didn't stink or whatever. Um, and then once the cabin dispelled, she'd go eat, and then she would sit down with Zakaria and kind of start going over some of the like basically going. She would be studying as well, um, but more like going over the creatures that they've already encountered, and just kind of going over and just really kind of diving deep into whatever knowledge she could glean from that from what they've encountered already. Um, like she would draw sketches in Zakaria of if they weren't already there already of what they've encountered already.
Yeah, like Zakaria definitely did like a quick kind of like sketch of it, but
Mhm.
faded. It was just enough so you can read a little bit.
Mhm.
I want to say number 2 actually has like a vial of the fear's blood or ichor, and you can kind of tell Zakaria wants to eat it, and when it does, if you feed it, some good things happen.
But what does he say to me? Like when because like does she just bring that up and then like hand it over to Jamira?
Yeah, like number 2 comes up and she says, "My lady, I know you were quite interested in it. This is all I could procure from the body of those creatures. A little bit of the blood.
Oh, that is quite unexpected.
Well, I do
And
know that you like some of the oddities of these things, and I thought this would be useful to you."
it is quite useful. Thank you very much, number 2. Well
Of
done.
course, of course. Anything for my mistress. Um, I'll leave you to your studies.
My thanks. And so yeah, and then if so does so does Zakaria just like start eyeing it hungrily?
Yeah, like kind of like snaps at it a little bit, and Zakaria's like, feed me, give me the blood.
Oh,
I need it. I will tell you more things. I will give you information of those creatures. Please feed it to me.
hmm. She was actually going to do an occultism check to, I guess, kind of glean, really more like I guess closer to like an insight check, I guess, through occultism, if that makes
Mhm.
any sense,
Oh, I get it.
to kind of see like what's the angle here.
Roll.
Do
Feel like this music is perfect for this.
Um, First off, like Zakira wants the blood not only to taste the oddities in its own way,
Mhm.
but you also get the realization that like Zakira is like not just a grimoire, and it revels in like devouring blood of various different things, because then it learns different things, and essentially you kind of get the feeling that it wants power in its own way, and through
Sure.
blood magic it can get it. But because you are its mistress, uh, it wants to give you power as well and information.
So it is not looking to, at least as far as I can glean right now, looking to gain power to break away, but to
No,
enhance itself,
no. It's
itself
just
and its mistress.
correct. Through its power, it wants to
Sure.
enhance you, but it's
Because that's how
still
it
Kind
gets
of
its more
dope.
power.
correct.
Like the more blood you feed it, like the more spells and stuff you learn. I'm just throwing that out there. I think that'd be dope.
I have my things. Dimitri does cool shit for us in games. I wanted to have one.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, this is just cool on its own. Yeah, yeah. So she'll just kind of chuckle to herself, say, "Well, you're quite a good boy, Zakaria. I guess you can have a treat as well." and she'll pour the blood down in his happy little mouth.
Oh, it's pages open up and like kind of like frill, like a fan almost in a way.
Mhm.
And every like droplet of blood, like when it hits, you can feel like it shiver in a way. And then it snaps open to the page specifically, and you see like a perfect drawing or an illustration of the fear in its various different ways. And then I'm going to give you access to this. I just not realized that. And then it gives you like the rundown on the fear and its weaknesses, its strengths, its abilities, and various different things that it can do. And
The book the book pulsates in a glowing purple color as the pages flow. It pauses, and you see red blood appear into a picture, and it illuminates more knowledge than you have ever seen before. Sorry, I was into it. Go ahead.
no, man, take a hero point. I appreciate the assist.
Lit.
And Dimitri,
You reading off something that was super fun. That was fucking cool.
Dimitri, you should be able to see the fear in the act sheet.
Let me see. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Man, I was being real nice to y'all, but yeah, this is what the fear is. And I super paying attention. I saw 25 speed. I didn't realize it had a 50 fly speed.
Yeah, that motherfucker could have been going.
Man, it would have snatched you off. I was.
I mean, to be fair, well, no, you could still because you still could have flown even under decks. So yeah,
Yeah.
it could have been Gonzo.
You were just being a kind DM because you know we're out of practice. We appreciate it.
Oh boy, yeah, this was a nasty mess, nasty mother.
So with add a spot to your sheet for your grimoire. It's gonna be called Blood Sacrifice.
Copy that.
You will get additional +1 to attack and damage on fears, and you will get a saves. You will get a +1 saves against a fear.
Cool. Is that just to Jamira or is that party wide?
That's just to Zamir.
Okay. Is there any way I can like discover a way to make that party wide?
Of course, there's always a way with me, Dimitri. Come on now.
Yes. Gotta look out for my peeps.
I know. I'm here for y'all. Y'all here for me. We're here for each other. Like, let's have fun.
I think I'm not able to edit Zakaria.
If you want, I would just put it in like the notes towards the back for right now, and then we can set something up.
I'll just put it on Jamira's sheet for the moment.
Ooh, or we can make a Zakaria into a familiar for you, and then we can just add that to it.
Well, he is a familiar. He's on the familiar sheet.
You
I
already
just
have
can't edit it for. At least I don't. What am I doing wrong here? Do I have permissions as far as you can see on Zakaria?
Honestly, boss, I can't even edit it. Whatever it has, it has. That's weird.
Oh, that's really weird. I'll just put it on Jamira's sheet for right now, and we'll get it figured out.
Cool.
So you said that was a +1 to
Attacks, damage, and then you get a +1 to all saves against fears.
attack and damage.
But Zakaria, its ability is called Blood Sacrifice.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna make sure it's Blood Sacrifice.
Cool.
Yeah, that music was right on point for that.
Man, it had me in my feels.
I'm glad you were getting that same energy. Cool beans. So you have a solid moment with Zakaria. The ship is actively moving. Those of you who are on the deck or below the ship, roll me a perception check.
I think because obviously we didn't get to do steel, but I think he would have been up there with Sky.
I would agree. Feeding him.
Mm-hmm. So you said a perception. Ba-ba-ba.
2 into my book.
I feel
Just
that.
having a good time with Sky.
Cool. With that, the ship slows unexpectedly. Around you on all sides, colossal chunks of rock float in the void. Some of them are overgrown with vegetation, while others are bare stone. Creatures resembling jellyfish and rays glide through the space between them. Captain Sartell looks about uneasily while she paces towards the bow. She's near number 3 right now, and she's like, plenty of places for pirates to hide. As if on cue, a vessel lurking behind a nearby asteroid comes into view. Its enormous spiral shell merges with an open bow, beneath with long tentacled waves as if caught in an invisible current. Sartell sucks in her breath. There's! She yells out. I think
What
I
is-
can give you a picture of it.
She yelled elves again.
Mind flares.
Oh God.
And this is the picture of the ship that comes into view. Can you guys see that?
Yes, sir.
Nice. And actually with that, I think we'll end for the night a little bit earlier
For sure.
because some good shit's gonna happen next week.
Some real rowdy shit's about to happen.
Right. Why is
Goddamn mind
everything
flares.
messing with our minds? Like, fight my body, not my mind.
I gotta
Stay
give
out
you
of my
both.
mind.
I gotta give
Right.
you both.
That was awesome session, bro. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
I enjoyed that.
I needed it. Just so you know, CJ, that hero point will cross over for next week too.
Hey, thank
So
you.
you'll still get the one for the new session, and then you'll keep that one as well. Because I like that add-on. That was dope as hell.
Dude, I cut it short. My mind went crazy in that moment.
Oh, I did too, but it was getting close, and I appreciate it.
I was like, did you read that or like you just did it off the cuff?
I just did that off the cuff. I had more. Like, my mind was like, your eyes turn a glowing red as the blood page starts writing itself, and you can feel the power pulsating as it gives you more knowledge. My mind was going crazy.
Bro, I loved it. That was awesome.
Sounds like somebody wants to DM soon.
Hey,
For real.
you had me in that moment. I was like, can I take this over?
Like, I got this.
I went quiet for you. I was like, oh, here we go. Shoot. You ain't, man, go off the cuff. I love it. Man. Is everybody good for next week?
Let's see.
19.
I should be.
19th.
Yeah, it should be good.
Same.
We will ask Travis if I wonder, is he asleep or can we text him? Because I think he can turn that shit off.
Yeah. We can probably
Oh yeah, you
text
might
him.
have to like text him or even call him because he said he was laying down.
Probably answer the text.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I don't want him to just be recording empty audio for 3
For
hours
real.
or whatever.
Definitely don't want that. I'm gonna have to change the map a little bit. But
Oh, because it broke the thing.
no, some new stuff's happening.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I hope the music would. Did y'all hear the music for the majority of the time?
Yes.
I did. I had to
Yeah.
switch headphones because my
I-
other ones were not working.
But so I definitely heard the music.
Yeah.
Music had me used, man.
Yeah, the music on this session was dope. I liked it.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Was definitely feeling it. So, yeah. Looking forward to the adventures of this cool ass crew next week.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. Good shit, y'all. Good game.
GG for sure.
Thank you for let's actually playing this week.
Right.
Had to get it in.
Bruh,
Suffer withdrawals, boy.
I was definitely going through them. I was trying to find random people to play with, and everybody was like, "Man, we're busy. We're doing this." I was like, "God damn it!"
End of the year, man. It's always rough for the
It's
D&D.
always rough.
So
Yeah,
pissed this week, y'all don't even know.
Life happens, brother.
I know it does.
Like, hey, we're glad we got one in. Hopefully, we can get next week as well.
Right?
The
I'm
plan.
definitely gonna set this shit up right for y'all.
For sure.